All right, so as you guys know, yesterday I made a video talking about the entire Moonlit buff and how barely decent it was for the most part. And honestly, at that rate, I kind of felt pretty confident that I was actually for once going to be able to complete one of these events. Now, as you can see in my inventory right here, since then, I've gone ahead and pretty much farmed a full inventory of this, literally to the point where my whole entire garden was littered with Moonlit, which is kind of surprising, especially if you were there for my live stream. I went from literally never getting them to pretty much getting them all the time now. And the best part is that there's quite a good variety here. We got grapes, we got mangoes, cranberries, raspberries, all types of good variety to go ahead and turn in just a second. Before we do that, let me give you guys a quick backstory on how this even all happened. For starters, in yesterday's video, one of you guys commented and told me that by far one of the most important things in the game right now is the gear. I'm gonna be honest, this is something that I really haven't taken too much advantage of, at least in my first couple of days. As of recently, I've been taking advantage of this a lot more. So what this person told me to do is to basically set up tiny tasks to just sort of AFK the gear shop overnight. And honestly, that's exactly what I went ahead and did all of last night for a total of 10 hours. I pretty much sat on this screen AFKing, purchasing nothing but watering cans, recall wrenches, basic sprinklers, advanced, godly, lightning rod, master, everything except for basically like the favorite tool and the trowel. So in the span of 10 hours, we ended up with 87 basic sprinklers, 29 advanced sprinklers, 12 godly sprinklers, 2 master sprinklers, 2,860 uses on the watering can, as well as 1,335 uses on the recall wrench. Now, obviously, as soon as I got back and I saw that, I was really excited because I felt like I had a really good amount that was going to last me at least for a little bit, you know, maybe like a full day's worth of playing. What I didn't realize, or I guess remember, is that because of the fact that I did AFK the entire gear shop all night, every single Moonlit that happened, I also took part in it. So that is basically the full context of this. That is how I ended up with so many. Now I'm going to go ahead and one by one unfavorite all of these. And now we're going to go see how many points we earned from this, because not only are these all completely different rarities, but some of them have multiple mutation on them. And from what I've heard, more mutations means more points. I don't know how true that is. The only thing that I know that is factual is the fact that each rarity gives you 1 point. So for example, if you're starting from common, you'll get 1 point. And then if you go all the way to divine, you get 6 points. Either way, let's see what the damage is here. I'm kind of excited. 402. 402 is actually insane, all within one night. But here is basically like the entire kicker of this whole thing, right? Some of you might be wondering what actually happens when you do complete all of the rewards. At that point, what do you really do? If you remember during my live stream, we talked about this a bunch of times, and I even mentioned this in some of my videos where we felt like it was kind of unfair that you were only able to get 12 of the packs. Now, I did stand corrected because some of you guys in the comment section told me that they actually publicly said already that once you did complete this entire thing, it would basically reset and you'd be able to do it an infinite amount of times. So I replied back to that person and I stood corrected. I said, well, that's fantastic. If they did say that, then that is an amazing idea. And honestly, for the most part, I feel like that's somewhat fair. But now, we've gone ahead and completed this entire board. So if I go ahead and press the return button, you are now met with a very interesting surprise. In the event that you do want to go ahead and restart this entire board, you have two options. Your first option is to spend 500 Robux or to spend 1 billion cash. I'm going to be honest, that's absolutely insane. For starters, there's some people that don't even have 1 billion cash. And the unfortunate reality is that, yes, you could technically make way more than that if you were lucky enough to get a Moon Blossom. But within 12 packs, it's just not guaranteed that you're going to get one. Now, of course, the argument here is that you could technically beg around and have someone give you 1 billion, but I feel like it just shouldn't come to that, man. It's kind of unfortunate that it is $5 or basically get insanely lucky or beg around. Now, of course, in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and pay the 1 billion, and there we go. It goes ahead and resets, which as a matter of fact, I do want to point something out because apparently I've been seeing in the comment section, especially on my last videos, about me taking a pay to win route. No, I haven't. If I go ahead and refresh my transactions here, I have 565 Robux. I've purchased 2,200 Robux, and that was to use mostly in Bubblegum Simulator. But to be fair, from my actual group, I have gone ahead and pulled out about 8K. But But again, most of that was for Bubblegum Simulator. If we switch over to my purchases, you'll notice that second page, all Bubblegum Simulator. Third page, all Bubblegum Simulator. If we go to the first page, I did purchase 2 slots in the Forever Pack, which I mentioned before. And I did also buy 1 premium seed pack from the last update for the animal one, and then 3 more premium seed packs. Then, of course, I also purchased 1 exotic bug egg, which I have already mentioned in the past. As of this update, I've only purchased 2 pet equip slots because I was not going to trade in my pets. Now, coming back over here to my garden, I actually do have a Moonlit Moon Blossom here. So that's perfect. Let's go ahead and grab that. And I also see a Moonlit Grape up there. So we need to go and grab that as well. Lately, my mangoes have been doing really, really well. I don't know why. Surprisingly, my carrots have been doing terrible. Another thing that also has been doing great is my peaches. If you notice, I also have another Moonlit up there. Now, I do want to sort of share this with you guys because I found it kind of funny, but at the same time, like, I don't really want to trade this in. But if you notice down here, there's like a little bit of purple smoke that's coming out, and it's actually coming from this ginormous eggplant that I have right here. So you'll notice down there, you'll see occasionally like purple. So yeah, this huge eggplant that I have favorited is currently Moonlit, but I don't really want to trade it in. But yeah, dude, this thing is like actually ridiculous. Now we are going to jump down here and grab this grape really quick. Let's check down here the dragon fruits. We do have 1 Moonlit dragon fruit as well. Perfect. Which I like to point out that all of these are literally just from right before I started recording. As I was in the process of sort of setting everything up to record, a Moonlit event had literally just ended. I could have gone ahead and sort of picked those up and included them into the video, but I wanted to just strictly stick it to the ones that I got while I was AFK for those 10 hours. Either way, let's go ahead now and turn in what we got from that one night, and it looks like the total is 42. So already, right off the bat, we're instantly getting 3 rewards from just one night, dude. Actually insane. Now, here's something interesting to point out. A lot of people are talking about the night staff. Personally, I didn't really use this last night just for the simple fact that I wanted to get sort of like a raw experience on how many I can actually get throughout that entire AFK session without having anything help me. So yes, I still have all 4 of my night staffs, or I guess technically all 5 now. But yeah, man, primarily I wanted to make this video not only because I thought it was pretty cool to me to go ahead and get a general idea on how many points I can earn throughout an entire night, but I also wanted to show you guys the whole entire situation with what it's like when you do end up completing the rewards. Curious to read the comment section on this, especially the small, tiny brain people that apparently think that I work for Doobig and keep mentioning that in the comment section. To my regulars here that actually have a brain and know that I literally have never worked for Doobig, appreciate you guys showing all the support, man. I look forward to continuing to have more conversation with you guys in my Discord server. It's been a lot of fun lately. I will be opening up my private server for those of you that are in my Discord, so you can come and hang out in here whenever you want. I don't really care about anybody stealing anything from my farm because all the important stuff is locked. So if you want, feel free, swing by and steal some of my Moonlit if you want. But at the same time, please don't feed these people Robux. Either way, man, I'm going to go ahead and end off the video right here. Like always, I will see you in the next one. Take care.